Got a fun one from Chris. It's an interesting question. It's something I don't do, but Chris is, well, people are doing it. I just don't do it. Chris says this: thank you for your great work on the armor building formula and kettlebell workout companion. So the armor building formula is only available at danjohnuniversity.com/bookstore. The kettlebell workout companion is over at Amazon. If you just type my name, Dan John, you'll find it. And with the ABC book, it's funny. The review on the kettlebell workout companion is it's just a workout book. It's just a bunch of workouts, all the ones I use and teach, but I don't have any pictures, and it's not good for a beginner. It's like, folks, there are books to learn the ABCs, and then there's Chaucer and Shakespeare. Not everything's going to always be simple, but what do I know? I wrote a few months back at the first time in as a lifelong exerciser, who's age 49 now, wondering if the single kettlebell armor building formula was too advanced for a newbie. Your advice helped push me to the end. Oh, good. As I start my second round, though, I wanted to add a mobility day using the mobility workout from the companion, which really helps. Yeah, one of the things I'm trying to do real hard, especially when I teach kettlebell certifications, is I try to have this warm-up that leads us into the Turkish get-up, the windmill family, and the bent press family, which includes the two hands anyhow, I guess. And so I have this workout, this warm-up that we do that kind of builds the structure up. Interesting thing, by the time we're done with the warm-up, most people know how I'm going to teach the Turkish get-up. So that's kind of it's a win-win. You get your mobility work and you get your technical training in. Win-win. I tried out a suitcase carry with the 30-pound bell I have for 30 minutes, switching sides every minute on the minute. And then he's going to ask 3 questions here. And I just want to say just a funny side story. It goes back a while. It's got to be 15 or so years ago. But a number of us in the fitness industry were asked to do a series of workshops for a group, a military group. Sadly, a lot of them have been killed, the military. But 2 of the guys were listening to me talk about carries, and for whatever reason, they misunderstood what I said, because they felt that what I told them to do was run for 10 kilometers carrying the 24-kilo bell. Or it might have been the 32, but either way, I don't care. That's not what I meant, but doing that was very impressive. So Chris's questions are the following. Is adding 1 day a week to the Suitcase Treadmill a good addition to the ABF armor building formula routine, or is it pushing into the too much category? I love it. He calls it the SCT, Suitcase Carry Treadmill. I don't have a treadmill. I can't stand exercise machines. I keep thinking I'm going to use a rower. I never use it. I've had exercise bikes. I've never had a treadmill because I know that most people don't use them. But carrying a bell and swapping it from side to side, what did you say, every 30 seconds, is probably a better way to treadmill than just treadmill. I don't know how you find people do it. I find it so boring. But I think 1 day a week, if you're doing it for the 30 minutes, I don't think it should do too much. You are probably, since the load is only 30 pounds, 12 kilos, it's not going to be very hard. You'll get a lot of benefits from it because of that asymmetrical load. If the weight's on the left side, you really have to make the right side work overtime. So I think it's a good idea. The second question, what are the benefits of long distance suitcase carries? Well, I can tell you this, the shorter ones with the big loads, like, for suitcase carries, I'd like you to see people, in that 36 kilo to 40 kilo range, 70 to 80-ish pounds range, 85 pounds range for the suitcase carry, because as you walk with those larger loads, the hit on the offside is so intense. But you're going to get the hit on the offside. What are the benefits? One thing, especially the way you're doing it, is I think is going to moderate some of the boredom that comes, for people like me, from doing any kind of longer distance stuff. I walk about, honestly, 10 to 12,000 steps a day. So to get that in, I have to do two actual walks a day, not just the garbage walking at practice or mowing the lawn, but 2 actual walks. And if I'm by myself, I see why people listen to podcasts or books on tape. Of course, maybe I should change my route, but I get bored. So I think it'll alleviate some of the boredom, which is always a good thing, folks, because if you hate something and it makes you bored, you hate it and it's boring, you're probably not going to do it very long. But if you can find other things to get from it, like improving your relationship by talking with your beloved on your walk or making phone calls to people you care about, and maybe that's better. So those 2 reasons. The lighter bell will give you the benefits of the strength building you get from the opposite side, sure. And it'll keep you less bored. And the third question here, what would a good SCT program, if any, on its own? What would be a good program of Suitcase treadmills on its own? I don't know how strong your treadmill is, but find out its load limit and play around with really heavy weights sometimes, even to the idea. But if you have got the handrails, putting your hand on the handrail for balance with an exceptionally large load, just kind of touching it gently like this. And then over time, because, the treadmill, you're going to get that kind of thump, 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 thump walking. And you're not going to really walk down the street normal. When I teach people the loaded carries, I always tell them, be like Johnny Cash and walk the line. I don't know how much balance you're going to work on, but if you decide to go heavy sometimes, you decide for shorter walks, medium sometimes for medium walks, and then lighter for the longer walks, I think that'd be your answer. 3 days a week, 1 heavy, 1 medium. Medium for you would probably be the 24 kilo bell, I'm guessing, and then this light 30 bell. Can the program stand alone? I have answered this question we all hate. If you can only do one exercise, what would it be? I have said as one of my answers, the suitcase carry is mostly just to get the crowd to talk. But usually I say clean and press. But then someone raises their hand and says that's 2 exercises, and then I want to say, well, it's a stupid question. So, but yeah, the suitcase carry is money. I wish more people would do it. It is my favorite loaded carry for most people in most circumstances. Chris, a fun series of questions. Okay, thank you.